Hello everyone. Everybody loves Italian sports cars. And we love their suspension systems. So, what are we going to talk about today? This is a shock absorber from the legendary Maserati 3200 GT. The 3200 GT is a very important model in Maserati's history. It was equipped with the last V8 engine developed by Maserati itself, before the company moved to the Ferrari V8 engines. The car was produced for only a short period, from 1998 to 2002, and about 5,000 cars were built. And its shock absorbers are now just as rare as the car itself. Shock absorbers from other Maserati models are not interchangeable with this. Brand new replacements are no longer available, and even if they were, their price was extremely high. Today, the only reasonable solution is the proper high quality rebuild. And this is exactly where come in. The suspension system is very interesting, and we have never shown anything like it in our previous videos. This is a coil-over suspension system with electronically adjustable shock absorbers manufactured by Bilstein. It's a monotube damper, and its body is made from a special lightweight aluminum alloy. Bilstein uses lightweight materials only for its high-end applications. But the most interesting feature is the way the damping force is adjusted. The adjustment mechanism operates through the piston rod. However, there is no electrical cable running through the rod and no electromagnetic solenoid inside. Instead, there is a mechanical adjustment needle passes through the piston rod. I will show you later. This needle rotates by a small electrical motor mounted here on the top of the shock absorber. The motor receives commands from the car's electronic suspension control unit and changes the damper internal oil flow. The customer told us that the suspension had not been performing properly for some time. More recently, the shock absorber became extremely stiff, making the problem impossible to ignore. So, let's install the shock absorber on our EMA Lava 7 dynometer and find out exactly how it behaves. We have mounted the shock absorber on our EMA dyno, and we are beginning with the initial test. We can see that something is seriously wrong. The graph looks terrible, and we can hear a strange noise coming from inside the shock absorber. I will stop it. I will stop it before it reaches a high-speed stage. There is something very unusual happening here, and I will explain what we are seeing. Under normal conditions, a shock absorber should produce low damping force when the piston is moving slowly. As piston velocity increases, the damping force should also increase. This behavior can be seen on force versus velocity graph or here on force versus displacement. But this shock absorber is behaving differently. It is already produced an extremely high damping force at only 10 millimeters per second. That's a very low piston velocity, and even when we increase the velocity, the resistance remains almost the same with very little changes. You can see it. This is not normal damping behavior. A graph like this usually means that an internal valve is completely blocked. This type of blockage often occurs when an internal component breaks apart, and the fragments enter in the working piston. I stopped the test because running a shock absorber with internal damage at high velocity could cause additional damage. Afterwards, we could turn a repairable shock absorber into the one too impossible to save. So now we are going to open it and find out what has happened inside. We have disassembled it so that we can show you internal components and explain the problem more clearly. This is the piston rod together with the internal adjustment needle that controls the damping force. And this is the working piston together with its complete shim stack. If you look closely, we can see the problem. The oil passages of the working piston are completely blocked by debris. Every shock absorber has a defined compression and extension stroke. Just before the shock absorber reaches its fully compressed position, the bump stop helps absorb the final impact and prevents a harsh mechanical stop. The same principle applies in the opposite direction. At full extension, the working piston approaches the internal rod guide. Between the piston assembly and the guide, there is a component known as the rebound stop. Its purpose is to soften the impact when the shock absorber reaches its fully extended position. There are many different rebound stop designs. Some use springs, others are made from rubber or plastic. More advanced designs can be even with hydraulic control, rebound stop. In this shock absorber, the rebound stop has broken apart. Small fragments then circulated through the oil and blocked the passages in the working piston. Because the oil could not longer flow through the piston, the hydraulic resistance became extremely high. In other words, the shock absorber had become very stiff, exactly as the customer described. To repair it properly, we must disassemble absolutely everything and clean every internal component. After that, we will install a new rebound stop and rebuild the complete damper. But this is not only the problem we discovered. When we opened the shock absorber, we found a large amount of gas mixed into the oil. This tells us that the seal on the internal floating piston has failed, allowing nitrogen to pass into the oil chamber. As a result, the oil has become like Coca-Cola. Foamed oil cannot provide stable and predictable damping because the gas bubbles compress under pressure. To close and seal the shock absorber, we will use one of our proven AirTec rod guides. Our guide is manufactured from an improved alloy. It is fully serviceable and provides excellent protection against dust and contamination. This design has already proven its reliability in thousands of shock absorbers. It operates perfectly even under the extreme conditions found in supercars, luxury vehicles, and other exotic applications. And now I want to explain one extremely important detail. This is an aluminum monotube shock absorber with no external valve for nitrogen charging. Almost all racing shock absorbers have a needle valve through which the gas chamber can be filled. The floating piston is positioned at specific depth and the gas chamber is then charged with nitrogen. But this shock absorber has no such valve. Its body is made from a special aluminum alloy, so we cannot simply weld a charging valve onto it. In other words, there is no conventional way to fill and pressurize this shock absorber after it has been opened. And this is where we will reveal one small AirTec secret. At AirTec, we have a specialized machine that can fill the shock absorber with oil, correctly position the internal floating piston, and charge the gas chamber. We use the same filling principle applied during the original factory production process. This machine was designed as a part of an industrial shock absorber production line. It is not standard workshop equipment, and it is not freely available on the market. Thanks to this technology, we can rebuild this shock absorber without leaving any evidence of external intervention. The finished product remains identical to a brand new OEM shock absorber. This is one of the many exclusive services available at AirTec. Now we see the shock absorber on our Dyno after repair. We test it in sport mode. After this test, we will turn this needle here and we will test it in soft mode. First, you can see a perfect symmetrical graph. And with speed increase, the damping force increase too. Now I will turn the needle in the same way as the electric motor turn it, and we repeat the test. At the end, we can check first the results. As you see, perfect results. And finally, we compare the damping force at the same speed, for example 700 mm per second, in sport mode and in soft mode. As you see, the rebound force change more than the compression. It's normal. And yeah, that's it. This shock absorber is ready to work on the car. Of course, we will clean it. I want to show how it works after the repair, but we will clean the surface and yeah. Another exotic car with a suspension system no one has ever shown is back on the road. And another set of shock absorbers that only AirTec can rebuild has been brought back to life. If you want to see more real engineering work on some of the most exclusive suspension systems, make sure you continue following us. Thank you for watching.